Earlier this year, England women's cricketers retained the Ashes in Australia. It was a further example of the outstanding performances and achievements of the team over the past few years. And next year, during the 2015 Ashes on home soil, more and more people will be able to witness their talents live, as Sky Sports Television and BBC Radio have announced they'll be broadcasting every ball bowled for the first time during a women's series. One of England's Ashes heroines last winter was Mancunian Kate Cross, who believes the development of the women's game goes hand in hand with its increasing media exposure.
When I was 9 years old, I didn't know who was in the England women's team, but now you can see the girls coming through actually have role models, and they know who the team are, and I think that comes down to the exposure that the girls have got. But equally, I don't think that exposure would happen if we weren't doing well.
The announcement comes at the end of a hugely positive year for women's cricket, with the central contracts awarded in May, meaning female England players are now full professionals like their counterparts in the men's team. A move that has undoubtedly made the pressures of being an elite sportswoman easier to handle. Well,
it just means that we can focus a bit more on cricket, and there's no worry about where our money's going to come from, because we're being supported by the ECB now. I class myself really lucky as a 23-year-old to be a professionally contracted cricketer. So what do the men think of the women's game? I asked another Lancastrian and Ashes hero, Andrew Flintoff.
Yeah, well, the women have been successful for a period of time. You know, they've won the Ashes, they've won World Cups. They've been more successful than the blokes in recent years. Everyone enjoys seeing a national side doing well. And England women have done that for a period of time. So the next step is, I was looking at the Ashes fixtures for next year for the women, and there's no game at Lords. Yeah. Which I think is a real shame. You know, they're tending to play on the outgrounds a little bit, where I think the next step for it is to play on the major international venues.
Now on the media centre stage, if England women perform in 2015 anything like they have done over recent times, you wouldn't bet against Flintoff's prediction. And in the future, we may well see the likes of Cross and her colleagues performing at test match grounds such as here at Old Trafford. David Taylor, Quays TV News, Lancashire County Cricket Club.